Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're back from LegionsCon and today we're going to be taking a look at Sunday's exclusive 2-pack, Wal-Torr the Mad. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the front of the package. This is the very first time that we're getting a Mythic Legions and a Cosmic Legions 2-pack, one of each. And this is for Wal-Torr the Mad, based on Walter Hagen, who is the guy who created the Mythic Legions Cabal, which his logo and symbol is right there on the side of the package. You can see some nice artwork and photography right there. And then you've got the cosmic version of the Cabal logo right there, which is really cool. And some nice photography. See, I got it signed by Walter himself. Here's a pic of me and Walter just hanging out. I got to hang out with him quite a bit at LegionsCon. Got to have a breakfast with him on the last day. And man, he's just a swell dude, and he does a great service running the social media channels for the Four Horsemen. If you want to read all about how he brings everybody together, you can pause the video right here and check this out. This is very much dedicated to Walter. So let's get this 2-pack opened up and see how these guys stack up against one another. This set comes with everything. It comes with so much stuff. We get extra heads, a Cabal logo on the banner. Walter's raising the banner and calling us all to arms. We get extra heads over here, some rifles, some astronaut helmets, those plugs, some weapons, some shoulder pauldrons. The two figures are in this tray as well. Then we get a secondary tray that's chocked full of stuff, from the red t-shirt here right in there front and center in the middle, to all this extra gear, the banner pole, all of this extra gear for both the Mythics version of Walter and the Cosmics version. There's an extra head right here. We get some hoses and stuff for the Cosmics version here, and this nice big shield down here at the very bottom, which is just awesome. I just love this thing. Some extra guns, some extra equipment for the Mythics version. I mean, look at that tiny little logo there. It's all kitted out. There is so much here. And then even a cloth goods cape in the back. So let's get all this stuff out and take a look at it one by one. Why don't we start off with the t-shirt here? It looks like I got a little speck of something on the shirt. Maybe I'll have to color that in later. We have this nice stretchy t-shirt. It's got Velcro down the back. This is a really cool piece, and I think this is pretty awesome. And if these figures are released down the road, I'm not sure this shirt will be released with it. We do have this really awesome banner. I don't have any Mythic banners. This is the first one I've ever gotten. It's really cool. You can put horn attachments on the side. You can put a head on the top of the post here if you want to kind of like signal that you've decapitated some of your enemies. But I love that it's got this Cabal logo on it, and it's pretty tall when all put together. We have this nice scapular, the Crypt Breaker head here that's really cool. This figure head has not been released that many times, so it's really cool to get this as a throw-in. That's really cool. And of course the top part of this just kind of pops off, and you could put some feathers or any kind of other attachment up there that you'd like. There are a few helmet attachments out there that would fit. We have this really nice kind of hidden dagger blade that he has here that is super awesomely sculpted. There's just so much detail and paintwork on this knife that just looks really good, from the silver and the gold on the hilt, and the wraps look really fantastic. We have this nice little gourd that first came with the Monkey King. It's got the Cabal logo on there, which is really cool. I think that's a nod to a real life gourd that Walter has shown off before. We have this nice pack that came with Krotos. It's got some maps rolled up at the bottom. It's got some nice painted detail on the buckles, all the silver work and buckles and straps on this. This is really nice. We do have this really nice quiver with like this gunmetal gray and gold motif with metallic green feathers on the back of the arrows, which looks really nice. I really dig this quiver here. We also have this golden bow, which is really cool. It does have a brown string. It's very stretchy and has a really nice sound to it. Of course, you can, like other bows, clip the arrow right into the side if you want to, you know, have like a pretend like notched arrow in there. I think that looks really, really nice. That's pretty cool. I'm glad they give us that. I don't have a golden bow, so that'll work out perfectly. And then he comes with probably one of my favorite swords in the entire Mythic Legions lineup. This curved scimitar style blade with the green on the handle looks really nice. And then of course we have these nice shoulder pauldrons that I think came with Lord Baldric, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's got some nice weathering, some dirty paint textures on it, some nice sculpted buckles and painted buckles that looks really cool. I'm really digging all of the details. And he comes with this really nice fur cape. It's got some paint work down on the bottom to make it look dirty and muddy. And that's kind of a softer material up top, and where the paint is on the bottom, it's kind of a scratchier material. Where the paint is dried, it's got one hole. This right here is a sleeve for the arm, and then you have a hole for one of the pauldrons, and I'll show you how I put this on here in just a little bit. Now we're going to take a look at Wal-Torr the Mad here, and one of the really cool things about this figure is that this head is all new. It does have an articulated jaw. The head is brand new. I believe it's coming up in the Necronominus wave, if I'm not mistaken. But the rest of this, I believe, is mostly Lord Baldric. There's lots of dirty and dusty, nasty, like caked in dirt, and like this beautiful wash that's all over this entire piece. Which looks really cool. You do have those rubber plates on the skeleton armor. You have green gauntlets, green boots on this guy, which looks really nice, or green metallic shin guards. Look at the weathering and the dirt that's all kind of caked in with this wash that they've done. You got this green and goldish silver buckle, 1.0 style belt, which is really cool. Just look at how all this just looks so dirty and grimy. It looks really, really cool. This is just a well-painted figure. I don't have this tabard. I don't know if this is Baldric's tabard or not. I did pick up Lord Baldric at the convention, so I'll be getting to his review soon. I know he's an older figure, but it's one I never had. He does have the greenish greaves on his lower leg armor, and then the boots, the leather work on those boots, and the wash just makes it look dirty and grimy. It looks so good. This is just a great figure. So let's get this head popped off. And let's pop on the scapular head. It looks really cool. Let's get that popped on really well. And man, that guy just looks great. Just looks so good. Man, this guy is intense. I love this figure. I know a lot of people who are not into cosmics were buying this set just for this skeleton warrior alone. I love this head, but I think this is the head that I'm going to use on this figure from here on out. Now, as far as this soft goods cloak goes, this is the way I like to do it. There's a hole in a stitched section right here. So I like to take the arm and kind of feed it through like this is a sleeve. And then it just kind of rests on that arm like that. And then what you can do is you can take this section right here. There's a little hole. You just have to find it. And then you have to find the correct pauldron, and then just kind of feed that through, and then pop that pauldron on the back. And that's how you kind of secure it to the figure. And it looks really nice. I love this mixture of metal and fur. It looks really good. It looks very barbaric, and it pops in there and holds really nicely. I think that looks really cool. And we can go ahead and pop the second pauldron on and see if we can get them both on there. But there you have it. That's what he looks like with the soft goods cloak and the pauldrons on the figure. He looks really, really awesome. This might be my favorite skeleton warrior figure that I have. And while we're in the business of putting clothes on this guy, let's go ahead and see how easy it is to slip on that Cabal t-shirt. The t-shirt's a funny thing with Wal-Torr because from what I understand, at every event he has t-shirts made up in different colors with the Cabal logo on it, and he hands them out for free at every event that he hosts or that he attends. And so, you know, this figure coming with a free t-shirt I think is just fantastic. It's really cool. You can get that fitted down on there, and there you have it. All we need is a hand holding a taco, and we've got us a genuine Wal-Torr action figure. Man, this thing looks incredible. All right, let's go ahead and get him kitted out with a few other of his accessories here, just to kind of fill him out a little bit and see how we can get this guy kitted out. Let's go ahead and get this shoulder bag on him, and let's also see what we could do here. What do we have that we can put on? I love this sword. Let's go ahead and get him with this sword in his hand. I want to fill out that belt a little bit, maybe with the knife and the gourd. And let's see how that works out. Man, that just looks so good. There he is, kitted out. He's got a bunch of gear on. We just got to get that cloak back on. We have to get the shoulder pauldrons heated up a little bit so they pop in a little bit better. And this guy will be ready to be photographed, because man, he looks incredible as is. Now we're going to go ahead and do some articulation. He can look up that far. He can look down that far. He does have a little bit of tilt and side-to-side motion there. You guys know how this works. With a skeleton, the armor is glued on, and it's soft and rubbery, and it also gets up and out of the way so that it can slide above the tunic there and get up above his shoulders. If you want to put the arms out and hit that T-pose, you can. No problem there. Man, these joints are really stiff. I did not heat this guy up in a cup of water beforehand. You do have two swivels here at the elbow. You have a swivel and a joint at the elbow, but you also have a swivel at the back of the glove, hinge and swivel at the hand. You do have the 1.0 style torso ball joint, so he can only look forward about that far and only lean back about that far. The legs are really good here, but they're also very stiff, so I can only get mine out about that far. I don't want to push my luck. He can go forward about that far, and then he can go back all the way, which is just incredible. No upper thigh swivel. We do have a knee swivel and a bend at the knee. You can get it to go a little past 90. Not bad. Not Valiant Knight level, but still not bad. You had to have a swivel and a hinge and a rocker down at the foot for the foot articulation. And there you have it. There's a closer look at the Mythic Legions Wal-Torr the Mad. All right, moving on to the Wal-Torr the Mad Cosmic Legions figure here. We have the same standard buck and body that we've gotten before with like any of the Tusk Sentry or the Tusk Engineer figures, just cast all in this beautiful orange color with all this dirt and grime all over this figure. I haven't had a Tusk body yet. This is my first one, and I am loving it. It looks incredible, and I love this color scheme. I believe this chest piece is removable. It actually is moving under my thumbs, and even with nails, I can't seem to get this thing out. You probably would have to pry it out, but you know, these Tusk bodies have a changeable plate right here. I can't seem to get this out, so I'm not going to worry about it, but I have seen other people be able to take it out. Maybe they pried it out somehow. But you do get this nice, beautiful alien robotic head sculpt with this little screen that comes off of it, this little visor. You have this nice robotic head underneath, which looks great. I love the shape and all of the detail, the little silver dots on this head. You can see the ball peg underneath. I just love the sculpt. It's so good. I think some of these parts made it onto Oleg Thygar, I believe, but I just love the red on the orange. Looks really nice. I love this belt is really cool. I don't know if this is the same belt I think this is the same belt that came with Oleg Thygar. And man, just look at all the weathering and the dirt and the grime that's all over this guy. This guy has seen some action. For sure. I love the silver rivets and bolts popping out against that orange. You have the same thrusters on the back. Right here on the legs, looks really good. You can tilt his head up that far. You can only tilt his head down about that far. It's got some nice rotation and tilt on the sides. You can pull the arms out all the way to the sides like that and hit that T-pose. Almost hit that T-pose, no problem. You do have, basically a 90-degree or almost 90-degree bend at the elbow. You do have a swivel there as well. We do have a swivel at the top of the gauntlet, so there's two right there. You do have a hinge, and depending on which hands you have in, you have a horizontal or a vertical hinge at the wrist. He can bend forward and back about that far, which is really good. Has some nice side-to-side tilt. As far as the legs go, you can go all the way out to the side and go all the way forward. Look at that nice detail on the foot, man. That's insane. They didn't have to do that. That's incredible. You can only go back about that far, and then for the, he does have the upper thigh cut, which is really nice, nicely hidden as well. And then he can bend a little bit past 90, just a hair past 90 on the knee. He does have a swivel at the knee as well, and then a swivel, a hinge, and a rocker down below for foot articulation. So let's pop this head off, which is a really awesome head, by the way. And let's pop on the other head he does come with, which is this articulated skull head, which is really nice. The jaw opens and closes, which is really nice. You know, just a skeleton astronaut, just those two things together just really, they hit me in the feels. It just is really, really, really cool. So speaking of the heads, he does come with this alien robotic head, which is really nice. We've already taken a closer look at that. He does come with this skeleton head that we've seen before with the articulated jaw. Looks really nice. I dig this sculpt. It's really cool. And he does come with this bone head that we've seen before, this skull. I have one in this gold color, but there was also a silver color version of it available as well, which is really cool. I really dig that. It looks really nice. For the rest of his accessories, he does come with his guns. He has the small one. He has the pistol. And then he does have the larger blaster. And I love this because even though it's red and, you know, it seems like it's all red, there's some little light red, kind of silvery red, little accents here and there. And the light just catches them just right. There's some dirt and grime on there as well. Looks really good. He does come with this Cosmarium holographic projection. He does come with the astronaut helmet, which does come apart in two pieces. It's kind of cast in this bluish gray color, and you can pop the dome off, and this dome is on there really, really well. I haven't removed it. There we go. And you can see that his Bose sound system on the inside is very nicely painted, so that's really cool. Can't wait to get that on him here in a minute. He does come with a tube, which is really cool. I'm not sure where this goes, but we're going to figure that out. He does come with a couple of those sets of pegs, 2 larger ones, 2 smaller ones for putting the pistols and guns wherever you want them. He does come with this really boss shield, which is awesome. It's the first time I'm getting a Cosmic Legion's shield. We do have the place on the back for the handle to go on, which is really nice. I love that it's got that Cabal logo. Man, this is really tight. It's got that nice Cosmic Cabal logo, and of course the plate on the front of this is removable, so if you just wanted to have a shield looks like that, you can, which is really neat. But man, I love the colors here. I love the blacks and the reds. Look really cool. He does come with this back piece that we saw on Oleg Thygar. The Wal-Torr version, it's the same piece. We're going to get that on him here in a minute. And then here is the body here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this backpack piece on. It goes on really easy. All you got to do is line up at the rectangular slot in the back, and then you just kind of push the whole thing forward. And I tell you, this is one of the best form-fitting pieces on an action figure that I've ever seen, because once you get it on there, it doesn't look like a separate piece. It looks like it is completely molded and sculpted. The tolerances on this are absolutely perfect. So there you have it. You can put that extra piece on and bulk up his shoulders and back. You can put that helmet on, which looks really cool. I think that looks fantastic. And then with the articulation, you can only look up that far and look down that far with the with this back piece on. But there you have it. You know, you put that skull on there. I think this looks even better than before. It just looks incredible. Digging how this looks. And then let's go ahead and pop this head on and see what we have there. And that just looks menacing as it can be. I love the bone spikes coming off to the side. So let's see if we can get this this helmet piece on. I know what you start with here is you kind of hook it in the back right there. And then you want to bring it forward around the edges. And you want to clip it here in the front over the tips of the piece that we just put on. And it doesn't really feel like it's on all the way. I'm seeing a gap right here, but there we go. Let's see if we can get that in there any better. Sorry, I had to do that off camera. So I'm noticing a big gap right here that I can't seem to get it to fill in, but it's on there so tight, like it's not coming off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it be for now, and maybe I'll fool around with it later. But let's get the skeleton head on and then the dome. And man, this just looks insane. I love this. This just looks so good. Man, that just looks great. And you can see it's not falling off. It is on there really, really well. Although I do have a gap on that left side there. Man, this dome does not want to come off. I couldn't get Oleg Thygar's on to stay on to save my life, but this one goes on so well. So let's see what other heads we can do. Can we put this head on and put the dome on? I think we can, because it kind of sits back in there pretty well. Yeah, that dome fits on there just fine, no problem. So that's really cool that you can actually fit that head in there. I wasn't expecting that to work, but as you see, you can get that in there. Now, I have no hopes for this robotic head. I do not think this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. I think the eyes or the bulges on the side are really going to push this too far forward, and yeah, that's not going on. I didn't think so, but it was worth a try anyway. This is, I think this is how this guy's going to go on my shelf. So we're gonna get this back on, put this back together like this, and there you have it. Man, this guy just looks incredible. He looks so good. So I want to pop on like his little holographic projection here of like maybe the universe, or is this the Cosmarium or whatever this is. I really dig that. That just looks great. You know, we've gotten a few of these now, and I like that they're interchangeable and you can use them for any kind of display that you want. Let's see what he looks like with this little blaster pistol, his little arm-mounted cannon. That looks really cool too. I love the orange and the red. These colors should not work together. They're too close in value, but they do work out very well. Let's go ahead and get this blaster in his rifle in his hand. And then what are we going to do next? Maybe with this cable. Let's get this plugged in. And there you have it. We've got the cable plugged on. Got him some weapons in hand. This just looks great, and I'm actually digging it a whole lot. Now, I did want to go over the fact that he does come with a whole bunch of hands. He comes with a ton of hands, and these were given out separately when you bought your figure because they were not packed in. For whatever reason, for some reason they weren't packed in at the factory, so they just give you a bag of them. But you do get 2 gesturing hands, open hands with horizontal hinges. You get 2 left gripping hands, one with a vertical and one with a horizontal hinge. You do get 2 fists, both with horizontal hinges. You get 2 right gun trigger hands with horizontal and vertical hinges. And then you get 2 trigger finger hands for the left with vertical and horizontal hinges. And then you get the extra hands that are the opposite of the ones that come on him in the package. We do got to get his little t-shirt on and see how it looks with this guy. Again, you know, the orange with the red. Let's see how this t-shirt works out here. Let's get it pulled down over this belt here. Oh, it kind of gives him a little bit of a belly there, but there you have it. That's what Wal-Torr the Mad, the Cosmics version, looks like with the t-shirt on. So there he is, kitted out. He's got his shield. He's got his blaster. He's ready to go to war. This guy just looks absolutely incredible. He looks insane, and I love this 2-pack tribute to Wal-Torr the Mad. I gotta tell you, going to LegionsCon was one of the highlights of my year. It's been a long time since I've been to a dedicated toy show, and this set is incredible. I absolutely love it. I'm glad that it's a tribute to a fan of the community, someone who has started the Cabal, Walter Hagen, and sort of like rewarding him for everything he's done. It's, you know, he's put this together over the last 5 or 6 years, and it's been running smoothly. And, you know, if you're a member of the Cabal, then you know that it is a beautiful group of like-minded, friendly people. It is not toxic at all. It is a wonderful group. So join the Cabal. There's the Mythic Legions Cabal and the Cosmic Legions Cabal. Join them both, and you'll stay up to date with all the news and everything, and all the fans and all the customs and all the sales that people do. This is a wonderful 2-pack and a tribute to a beautiful, beautiful person. I got to meet Walter and hang out with him a lot this past weekend, and he's just an awesome dude, and this is an awesome set in honor of him. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.